Your boy Ant the Messenger Thompson, man, representing the YouTube channel and the podcast of Put Your Gloves On, brought to you by the Messenger and TYY Weezy. All right, I got to get my insight and talk about relationships. All right, relationships between fighters and trainers, and the complexity of it when they are a relative. Danny Garcia just had an amazing performance, and Devin Haney is ready to fight in late November against Brian Norman. So, you about to see a pit bull come out of his house, which is Bill Haney. Why am I saying that? This is something that I experienced firsthand with my brother Y Weezy. As we would say, in which I've gotten plenty of calls about Danny Garcia. I've gotten plenty of calls about Devin Haney. I have been on four-way calls with my best friends, Chiefy Matt, my man Stan, my brother K Mello, and my man Corey C. Gunner. And I'm getting all kinds of video clips of Bill Haney, and they're giving their opinion, man, Bill needs to just shut the fuck up. He talked too much, man. Listen, man, just take this. And a lot of this stuff I can agree with, especially after the loss to Ryan Garcia, which we know later on became a fluke because he was using performance-enhancing drugs. But I got plenty of calls years ago, and it's been going on for years. I'm just scrolling through social media, and I see a picture of Danny Garcia when he was a young boy with his father, and I go through the comments, and everybody's talking about how Danny's career would have been a lot better had he left his father. And I'm saying to myself, damn, the man is only a multiple-time world champion, and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and we still are criticizing what he should have done. So I know that Danny probably experienced this. I'm quite sure he probably heard the churmuring and the murmuring of he should leave his father, as well as Devin. But the question comes to it, how comfortable is myself, Danny, and Devin with the antics of our trainers and those that are in our corners? Because regardless of how much success we had, no matter how good, and with every victory, every national I won, with every professional bout that I went out and dominated, all it did was give my brother more motivation to fat mouth and talk shit to anybody that would come up against me in Team Messenger. So it's kind of hard to put a muzzle on someone who in their hearts of heart, I can guarantee you, I'll be willing to bet my last dollar that Bill Haney, Angel Garcia, and T.Y. believe that we are not the fighters that we became and that we are without them. It's because of them that we have success. It's because of them putting the batteries in our backpack that we are able to go out and do what we do. And I'm just going to be honest, the things that I was embarrassed of, my brother was honored, respected, and revered from. So I'm going to give you a few stories, and the first one is the Jay Prince story. But before I go there, I want to talk about the difficulty that they may have to challenge. I remember Danny, man, going back, my young boy in Harrogate, and I start getting whiffed when he started winning the silver gloves, the Junior Olympics, and things like that. I'm like, damn, young boy, nice. And I remember talking to him at Harrogate years ago. He maybe remember this, he maybe don't. He was just telling me how nice I am, how much he look up to me, and so forth. So before there was Angel Garcia or Bill Haney, it was Y Weezy, man, and we had to go out here and deal with these guys heads on. And T.Y. had no shame in his game. And even when I'm in the locker room and I wanted to chill and I just wanted a piece of quiet, sometimes he wouldn't give it to me. So after I start hanging with Jay Prince, right? He's bringing me out to Coney Island. I'm hanging with the boy from the Source magazines, Dave Mays and all these guys. I'm around some of these rappers, and I'm not really into the rap game, so I don't really know who Jay Prince is, right? But my brother tell me, yeah, he owned Rap Lock Records, so forth and so forth. But my perspective began to change when I was with Jay Prince and I went to the Vernon Forrest Shane Mosley fight. And shout out to my man Shane, man. I got a story to tell you about that too. So when I go to the fights and we got access passes and everything, we all in the back, everybody is walking up to this dude. Jay-Z, Jeezy, Fabulous. And I'm like, who the hell is this dude? This little short Papa Smurf dude, man, that everybody is showing respect to and homage. What's up, Jay? What's up, Jay? So I begin to start doing my research while I'm out there, right? And I started texting homies back. They like, Jay Prince, yeah, blah, 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 blah. They giving me the deal. So I'm like, oh, shit. Like, okay, this dude ain't about no games, right? And then I do remember reading a magazine, in a double XL magazine, of him talking about, and this is something that he put in the magazine, so I feel comfortable talking about it, how the feds tried to raid him and all this other stuff, and how he went into boxing, and he had to show how versatile he was. And then I knew him as being a manager for Floyd Mayweather. So that what caught my eye, that he gave Floyd a boing ass record company that never went nowhere. I'm just being honest. But the man had a lot of substance. All right. I've been to Houston. The man is loaded. All right. So now that I know this man got money, I know where he come from, and I know he ain't to be played with. Right. So after the fight and we coming out, I runs into my matchmaker, because at this point I'm signed with Cedric Kushner. Right? Cedric Kushner Entertainment, who was one of the biggest promoters at that particular time. He had Shane Mosley, Vernon Forrest, a couple of guys. He had Ike Babucci. And Cedric was giving that, he was paying that money. He was overpaying to me, other than guys like who've been in it for years, like Shelly Finkel, Lou Duva, Bob Arum. But I had contracts with all these guys, right? So Eric Basha is my matchmaker. So I runs into Eric as we coming out, because Jay said, yo, I'm about to go take a piss, stay right here for me. So I'm with the Red Boy and all, you know, the whole squad that rolled with Jay Prince. And Eric walked up to me and he said, yo, man, we got the deal. I'm like, what you talking about? Like, did you talk to the camera? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, we got the deal, man. I'm like, what deal? He said, everything you asked for. The signing bonus, he's going to give you $4,500 a month for 4 years of the whole contract. He's going to give you at 15%, and he's going to give you the signing bonus you asked for. Jay come out the bathroom and say, yo, Basha, man, get the fuck away from my fighter, man. Come on, Basha, don't do that. Come on, man, don't play at me like that. And Basha steps away, Eric Basha, and he says, no, man, I just was trying to talk to him. And in my mind, now mind you, I'm learning about this guy, JP, James Prince. I'm learning about him, because I'm ignorant, because I'm not really into the game. I'm not really into, you know, the rap music and all that stuff. Look, man, I still train off of Silk. I still train off of Jodeci. Come and talk to me. I always ask, am I crazy? Because I train and work out off of oldies. I never was really a rap guy unless it was Tupac. So, but I'm saying in my mind after, but now my eyes are starting to wake up, and I'm starting to open, because I'm starting to see how everybody is showing reverence to this dude. And we talking about back in 2001, 2002. So Eric steps away, and I'm like, dude, you my matchmaker. And he said, yo, man, get the hell away from my fighter, man. In my mind, I'm like, hold on, I ain't signed with you. Am I your fighter? So I tagged T.Y. Well, we walking down. He's like, yeah, come on, man. It's time to go talk turkey. All right, it's time to talk business. So now that I know I got another deal on the table that's way better than Jay Prince's deal, right? I'm just being honest. Jay did a lot of things for me, man. Took care of me, gave me my family. And one of the best moments I had with Jay Prince is during our traveling, our hanging, me, him, my brother, and my pop, Prince, we will always read the Bible. We will read Proverbs. That's the only time that I think I ever seen any vulnerability in James Prince, was when we would read Proverbs and he would talk about his father, his old man. He paid a lot of respect and homage to his old man. So we will always read Proverbs. And one of his favorite lines that he would always say to me was, outside of that vulnerability moment, come with it, AT. I'm making everybody come off. They coming off that money. Come with it. That was his favorite thing. I'm going hard like Shaq in the paint. Come with it. So we goes back, and I'm telling T.Y., I say, T.Y., I don't want to sign. We got to deal with Cameron, bro. So T.Y. was like, well, Chan, shit, we ain't signing. Now, T.Y., he comes already on one. And then if you got a few knocked back, it's like, man, put your seatbelt on, buckle up, because you never know what's going to happen. He's going to speak his mind, but now he's even more emboldened. And that's just who my brother is, right? But I needed that at that moment. I needed that. And I can just imagine on the level that we were at. And we climbed some heights. I did some great things. And that's why I'm back to share some of my stories that people don't know. Man, my boxing career was great. And no, I never mounted up to be, my accomplishments didn't match my talent. Let me put it that way. I had all the talent. But before my career abruptly came to an end because I lost to one of the most undefeated fighters, which is an injury, man, the detached retina. It was hard for me to get over that. But prior to that, the messenger was that bull. We're not going to act like we don't remember that. So I'm not going to shit and poo-poo on some of the things that my brother did for me. But I'm just saying, what a Bill Haney is probably doing for a Devin right now and what an Angel did for a Danny, I can just imagine that it's probably not even comparable because their relationship has superseded mine on so many levels. And I'm so proud of them, and I'm so proud of Danny because I remember him when he was a pup, man, in Harrogate and in other gyms coming down Front Street Gym watching him spar saying, young boy going to be rough. But we now going into the room, and I'm telling T.Y. like, yo, I don't want to sign. So we going in, Jay Prince, he slaps, and he gonna remember this. If anyone want to check out my credibility, if you know Jay Prince personal, if you know Red Boy, you know any of his guys, ask him about this story, man, because it's no lie. So he throws a contract on. A contract was shit. No disrespect, Jay. It really was. It was like a $40,000 signing bonus, 4 years at 33 1/3. The first year was only covered with $2,500 living expenses. If I came in the top 10, it added an additional 2 years. If I won the title or fought on HBO, then it was another additional 2 years. And then if I won the title, it was 4 years. That, excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. That's why I'm up here drinking my tea. You see that cup? Let's get that bell on. Local 252 Glazers Union, baby. Woo! Forgive me because I'm a little congested and under the weather. But let me get back to the Jay Prince story and why you need a wild wheezing. So when we go in there, he slaps out the contract. Bang. He pull out bands on top of bands. Boom. And he say, what's up, man? Grab that pen. So now at this point, I'm feeling pressure like I ain't got no choice to sign, right? Because I'm here now. He brought me down to basically sign. But I did not know that Cameron got that deal for me. God rest Cameron Duncan Soul, man, one of the best managers I know. He had me, Timothy Bradley, Diego Corrales, Stevie Johnson. Man, his resume is impeccable. He probably managed the most champions, and that's no bullshit. Cameron Duncan was that man. And another thing about Cameron, not only did he give me that amazing deal and put so much trust in me, he never took a dime from me, y'all, until I fought on Showtime. Until I had my first big payday on Showtime when I fought Daniel Boone, the Diesel, tough guy, man, who fought Andre Ward, knocked Andre down. Daniel Boone was a very, very hard-hitting, crafty dude. Shout out to my man, him and still friends to this day. But we in there, Jay Prince throw it down, and he putting the pressure on me. Like, yo, what's up? Hey, T, I thought we always talked about this. You know what I mean? Let's grab that pen, let's sign. So T.Y. stands up and T.Y. say, Jay, we not signing the contract, man. He say, ho, look, man, what do you mean? Like, what the hell y'all think I put y'all out here for, man? Like, this ain't I ain't in the charity giving business. Like, man, I done took care of y'all, man. I've been good to y'all, man. Come on, man, put that name on that dotted line. T.Y. stop playing, man. So T.Y. like, no. So they going back and forth. So it's getting a little hostile. And T.Y. look like, Jay, listen, I understand anything you gave for us. He like, man, I done spent thousands on you dudes, man. I done spent thousands. When y'all brothers ain't y'all at that time, man, I gave y'all everything y'all asked for. I bring y'all out to Coney Island, I give y'all $4 or $5 grand. And he ain't never lied. The boy put a whack out of his sock, man, like this. Take it, man. Go have fun, man. Go do what you want to do. But again, it was all to reel me in, and he did a damn good job because I was about to sign that contract. But I got whiff that Cameron deal is done. And I guess Cameron, it was a Saturday night. I guess Cameron wanted to present it to me after the fights, maybe on a Monday. But damn, God worked in mysterious ways. Because have I not ran into Eric Bosch that day, I would have been up under Jay Prince and not Cameron Duncan, who did great things for my career. And it's not to say that Jay wasn't a thorough dude. Oh, he definitely was thorough. But when it comes down to contracts, man, it's about business. So him and T.Y. are going back and forth. So now I'm starting to negotiate. I'm like, all right, Jay, you ain't gonna give me no check, right? That's cash, right? You gonna give me all that? And he like, yeah, man. I'm like, all right, because, man, I got another deal, man, but it's better than this, man. He was like, I was like, so all right, so you give it to me cash, you don't report it, like I don't want to report it, I don't want to pay taxes on this. He's like, man, look, we can work all that out, man, all the details. The cash is here, AT, sign. And T.Y. like, champ, you not signing. So him and Jay Prince start getting a little rowdy and you know, going back and forth. So now I lean back and I text my pop. My pop Prince. I text him, call my phone. Jay Prince want me to sign. My dad called. I picks up. I say, Jay, my pop wants you. Now, remember the story that I told you? That the only time I seen vulnerability Jay Prince is when we would talk about his old man and we would read Proverbs. He always read Proverbs. So my dad gets on the call and he say, Jay, what's going on, Jay, man? He said, listen, you know how we roll as old heads, Jay? He said, yeah, I definitely respect you, Pop. He said, well, my son not honoring me. You know the law say honor your father and your mother. My son is not honoring me. He making a move without me knowing. Jay, my son can't pull that trigger on that contract. I ain't even see the contract. I have no idea what's going on. And at that moment, Jay was a man and he respect instilled on morals and his integrity. He said, Champ, go ahead, man. That's some foul shit, but I gotta eat it, man. I gotta eat it, man. Your daddy called me. Your daddy called me, and I gotta let you go, man. But look over that contract, and look over that contract. I got out of there, but if it wasn't for T.Y., I would have signed that contract. It was a done deal, because like they say, pair pressure bust pipes, or pressure bust pipes, I was about to sign that contract. That's why you need a Wild Weezy, someone who's willing to stand up. And when I got out that room, I called Cameron up, and I said, you got that deal? He said, yeah. I said, fax it over to my lawyer right now so I can hurry up and sign that deal. And it was doubling his signing bonus. $35, $40, I think Jay was giving me. Cameron doubled it. $2,500 for 1 year. Cameron gave me $4,500 a month for 4 years at 15%. You couldn't beat that with a damn baseball bat. So that story that I told you about Jay Prince and what T.Y. was willing to do and how he went to bat and how them dudes, man, I don't care what nobody say. Them dudes respect my brother. And the next story is going to be the Mayweather story. When we out training camp, all that dog pound, and this is no disrespect to Nate Jones, no disrespect to Leonard Ellaby or Floyd, but facts are facts, and Floyd can remember this, and Senior was out there. So, it's very challenging, man, for individuals like ourselves when you got these guys. And let me tell you another thing that my brother did and how, I'm going to just tell him real quick. So, after a while, I leave Cedric Christian, I get signed out. No, I'm going to go to, before I go to there, I go to Cedric Christian. So, he begins to put all these stipulations. Cedric Christian gave me a nice signing bonus. They treating me good. They flying out like 7 people. I mean, that's good for them to fly out 7 people. They giving me 6, 7 hotel rooms. Passes, they giving me like 20 tickets per fight. So Cedric took me good, and T.Y. like, man, ain't enough. Ain't enough. I'm like, T.Y., we good. Now, I'm telling him to chill. What does T.Y. do? He still calls up Cameron, now that I'm signed with Cameron, and tell them that, listen, the champ want a $25,000 signing bonus at his 10th fight, on top of what he's going to get paid. Now, I'm pissed because now I'm a little nervous and I'm a little scared, thinking that they're going to start shying away and not want to actually sign me or whatever, or give me this. And so that's a mistake. This was before I signed with Cedric. T.Y. did this. And I'm thinking that they're going to probably renege the contract because I'm asking for too much at this point in time. They agreed. Then T.Y. said, listen, if he fights on TV or HBO or any of those showtimes, you know, he's going to get a $50,000 signing bonus for his 20th fight. And they put all that stuff in the contract, man. I never thought about that. And I got that 25 bands and everything too. But then I wound up getting brought out of my contract. Cedric Christian started having problems. He sold Shane, he sold Ike Barbucci, and he sold me. He sold me to the best thing that was popping. There was no golden boy at this particular time. Bob Arum had everything on lock. He had Floyd, he had everybody. So he brought me out of my contract for $300,000. We go into the contract, we go into Top Rank office to sign a contract, me, Cameron, you got Todd DeBuff, Bob Arum, and everybody there, and T.Y. coming loud as ever. And everybody else circle around my brother and start listening to his stories, man. So that's just the story why you need a Wild Weezy. Make sure you guys go to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe, hit that bell. That's Put Your Gloves On at PUTCHAGLOVESON, because it's on. And listen, this is just part 1 with James Prince. That ain't it, man. There's a lot more to be told. Part 2 is going to be coming with the Mayweather camp. And I'm going to tell you what happened because, listen, 24/7 only show you a little bit. They only show you what they want to show you, but I'm giving you inside scoop what was going down. I seen Floyd in work. I seen him in action. But man, you got to see what T.Y. stood up in front of everybody and said. And I'm going to give you some insight on a phone call that me, T.Y., and Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd had before I came into training camp. But this is Put Your Gloves On podcast and YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go and like and subscribe. It's The Messenger, and we out of here.